Bonsoir YouTubers, this is Cessnaace back again with another video. A couple of nights back I went by Books A Million and I picked up a number of movie related magazines. In this way I can kind of get an idea of what to keep an eye open for on video. The same applies to watching your pickup and finds videos. Gives me ideas on what to look for. Now, first up is a magazine. I've been buying issues of this magazine for a long time. Initially I was going to say since issue 28, but then I got to thinking about, no, that's not right, 23. And then, no, that's not right, since issue 18, actually. And no, because I still have them. Back then, this magazine was published quarterly in black and white. Now, at some point, it switched to being a bi-monthly publication and went to color. But I don't recall the sequence, whether it went to color and then it went to bi-monthly or bi-monthly and then went to color. But in any event, it eventually went to monthly. And it's been monthly for a long time. I'm talking about the really cool Video Watchdog. Now, this is a U.S. publication. However, they cover video releases from a lot of countries. The US, Canada, England, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Japan, France, Italy, Spain, Germany, just as examples. Really, really cool magazine. Now, 12 or 13 years ago, I did something totally unusual for me. I wrote a letter to the editor. In the case of Video Watchdog, that would be Tim Lucas. Prior to that, I'd only written one other letter to an editor, and that was to the editor of Firefox. And that letter was promptly ignored. However, flash forward a few years, I'm reading Video Watchdog. As I said, this was maybe 13 years ago. And I'm in the back, in the letter section, and I am reading a letter to the editor. And the more I'm reading the letter, the more ticked off I'm getting. Because the guy was going after Video Watchdog, Tim Lucas, a particular article that had appeared in the previous issue, the author of that particular article, and his perceived political slant of Video Watchdog. Now, I'm all for internalized censorship, something most of us do in certain circumstances. Should I really say that? Better not. And that sort of thing. I'm all for that. What I am against is an external entity, a group, a committee, a government telling me, why are you watching that? You shouldn't be watching that. You can't watch that. Why are you reading that? You shouldn't be reading that. You can't read that. I'll give you an example. I'm a Monty Python fan. Years ago, when the film Monty Python's Life of Brian was released theatrically, I was living a little further south than Jacksonville. And the town I was in banned the theatrical release of Monty Python's Life of Brian, a film I didn't know about until I read about the ban. I was ticked off. I got in the car, I drove up to Jacksonville, I found the theater that was running it, and I watched it. And for the record, I love that film. Okay. Video Watchdog. I wrote a letter to Tim Lucas, and he published it, which I thought was really cool. And then some months later, I was reading an issue of Femme Fatales, and the same thing cropped up. Except In that case, the person was writing about not a preconceived, or whatever, political slant of femme fatales, but the content of the magazine as far as the female form, shall we say. And that letter ticked me off. So I wrote a letter to the editor of Femme Fatales, and that was published. I thought was really cool. The only other letter I sent after that was to Tim Lucas. That one I marked not for publication, personal, and it was really cool. He wrote me back and he told me how touched he was by that email. I really don't like people telling me what I can and cannot read, watch, whatever. Okay, this magazine has in-depth coverage like no other. Well, Cinema Retro comes close, but their spotlight section. This is a story on BBC Ghost Stories. 6-disc collection, 1968 to 2010, from BFI, 830 minutes, PAL, Region 2, a little under 42 pounds. I remember an article they did where they compared all the different video versions of the Woody Allen film, What's Up, Tiger Lily? And I think there are three, if I remember correctly, there were three major different versions of that. The jokes are different. One has clean jokes, one has dirty jokes, and one has a mixture. Might have to check out Kiss of the Damned vampire film. For Magnolia. Came out in 2002. Region 1. Reviewed by Tim Lucas. An ad from Warner Archive. Okay, some of you out there will know why I'm showing you this. Some of you won't get it. I'm talking about, aside from the fact that I'm a fan of Hammer, also a fan of Amicus, but it's a different story. Okay. This is a black and white publication. We love Hammer Films. Scary Monsters Magazine. One day I ought to do a video of all of the different movie-related magazines that I've bought over the years, because some of them aren't around anymore. And my magazine collection goes back to 1978. But that also includes aviation magazines, train magazines, and model magazines, and video game magazines. Did I say that already? Rue Morgue. I read recently that the Japanese don't care for the new Godzilla because they think he's too fat. If that's all they can come up with to complain about the movie, then we're doing good. Death Spa. I probably spend as much time reading the ads, or looking at the ads, as I do reading the articles. Right, there's that. And finally, Scream, issue 28. I have that. Video Nasties. Mine is one of the limited edition ones. I think there were only 5,000 of those made. 3-disc set. Really cool. And it came with reproductions of the original lobby cards and everything. Really cool. Trailers for every one of the Video Nasty horror films that were banned in England in the mid-80s. Reviews of all of them. And one disc has just a montage of video logo after video logo of deceased video labels. These animated logos. So anyway, Video Nasties. Really cool release. UK release. At least the version I have was The Hot Nights of Linda. What is she doing with that banana? That's kind of, well, you know. Betty Page reveals all. Directed by Academy Award nominated Mark Moray. Narrated by Betty Page. Something Weird Video has one of her films. I think it was, it's Striporama. Might have to get those books. They look cool. And of course, whenever I see a Laserdisc or a DVD with the Blackhawk Films logo, I get excited because best source materials ever. And I still got I have a stack of Blackhawk Films video releases back when they released their own videos. High quality transfers, high quality tape, generic sleeves. The Puppetoon movie. You know, Puppetoons by George Powell. In addition to all the Academy Award winning ones, they include, as a bonus, several others, and the Fantasy Film Worlds of George Powell, plus an audio commentary, a whole load of other stuff, plus previously unreleased interview footage with Ray Harryhausen, Ray Bradbury, Gene Roddenberry, Roy Disney, Hua Chang, Duke Goldstone, and Russ Tamblyn. Really, really cool stuff. And about 2 weeks ago, I got the latest Sinister Cinema catalog. They still are carrying VHS in addition to DVD. And they have 28 new DVD releases. Well, I think it's cool. Under Sword and the Sandal, Last Days of Pompeii, 1959, widescreen. Alone Against Rome, 1962, widescreen. Nefertiti, Queen of the Nile, 1962, widescreen. Spartacus and the 10 Gladiators, 1962, widescreen. Hercules, Prisoner of Evil, widescreen. That's from 1964. List of all their new titles. And on the back, they reiterate something. I got an email from Greg Luce, that runs Sinister Cinema, reiterating the fact that their DVDs carry a lifetime guarantee. Anytime after you buy it, if it goes bad, they'll replace it. Okay. Until next time, stay awesome. And au revoir. Or au revoir and stay awesome.